Alright, Delia, quick video here, going through the first thing, which is just multiplying polynomials. So essentially just multiplying, we're distributing. So remember, we're just taking and multiplying this first number into the parentheses. Remember, when you multiply, you're going to multiply the coefficients, those are the numbers, and then add the exponents. So if you see how there's x to the third here and x squared, so essentially we're taking 3x's and we're multiplying that times 2x's. So there's 5x's all together, and this becomes x to the fifth. So we just add the exponents, okay? So for the first one, find the product. Remember, product means multiply. We just distribute through. So this will be 2. There really is a 1 in front of the n squared, so it's really 2 times 1, which is 1. And then this is n to the first times n squared, so that's n cubed. Plus 2 times 3 is 6, and then n times n is n squared, and then plus 4 times 2, which is 8, and then we have n attached. All right, if we do the same thing here, kind of rainbow it in, so negative 2 times 6 is negative 12, and then x cubed times x squared, we add the exponents, it becomes x to the fifth, okay? And then it's negative 2 times 2, which is minus 4, and then it's x cubed times y. So when we put these together, we just have an x cubed first, and we multiply times y, we just put y in the line there, and that becomes our new polynomial, so that's our answer. Okay, for area, remember it's just length times width, so we're just going to multiply. So we'll do question B here. So if we're going to multiply these together, I'm doing 6x squared y cubed times 4x squared plus 5y. And if you notice, these are two quantities, so I'm using parentheses here. And then we're just going to distribute, okay, into both. So 6 times 4 is 24. There's 2 x's here and 2 here, so that becomes 4 x's. There's really no y's here, so there's only 3 altogether. So it becomes y cubed. And then plus, and then it's 6 times 5, which is 30. There's only 2 x's in that amount. And then there's 1 y here plus the 3 that are there. That becomes y to the fourth. Okay? And that's it. So that's the first page essentially. If you want to take a look at question 8 here, all right, and anytime we're doing product, like if it's written like this, just remember you're taking the first one, first number, 3x squared y, that is like its own number, and then this itself is a separate quantity. Okay, so you can kind of think about it as though we're not really going to look at the parentheses around the first term. So this really, you can kind of think that these parentheses really not going to be there. So it's just this 3x squared y times, and then just distribute through. For number 8, we're going to square this, and then distribute the negative 2, and then combine like terms. Now be careful. This 2x plus 1 squared does not mean that I square the 2x and square the 1. That does not work that way, okay? What I really need to do is multiply 2x plus 1 times itself. Squared means times itself, okay? So when we do this, what we're really going to do is multiply through the 2x first. The 2x, just distribute. I am doing something, you got to come back in a little while. No. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. And then 1 times 2x is 2x. And then 1 times 1 is 1. And then we combine like terms. Meanwhile, we're still going to do the distributing here. So we still have this minus 2 times 2x squared minus 1. So negative 2 times negative 2x squared is minus 4x squared. And negative 2 times negative 1 is plus 2. So if we look, right, what are we looking for like terms? Have the same variable with same exponent. So this negative 4x squared and this positive 4x squared are like terms. This positive 2x and that positive 2x are like terms. And then the 2 and the 1 here. So these guys are going to cancel out. This is going to give me 4x from these two, and 2 plus 1 is 3. That's essentially what's going on for that question. All right, if we take a look at the back, okay, the box method for factoring, essentially if we're using, so the way we learned about it before, here we're multiplying two binomials together. So I'm just going to distribute the x through and then the 3. This is not the box method, so we'll do this one first. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is minus 2x. The 3 times x is plus 3x. And then the 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And so we just combine our like terms. So I get x squared plus x minus 6. And that is what that is equal to. The box method is that I'm essentially creating a box, okay? The first has a factor of x minus 4. So I'm putting these two numbers right here, okay, along the side. And the second factor has an x plus 5. And so all I'm going to do is multiply the numbers in each box. So this square essentially has a length of x and x, so x times x is x squared. And then this box over here, okay, has x and 5, so this becomes 5x. All right, this box down here has sides of x on the top and negative 4, so this is minus 4x. And then the last box has negative 4 and negative 5, which gives me negative 20 when I multiply. And so all I'm going to basically do here is just combine like terms. So the x squared is the only thing that there is that has a squared. I have the negative 4 and the 5, so when I add those together I get plus 1x, or just x. And I have this minus 20. And so that's how I use the box method. So it doesn't matter to me how you want to multiply, it's up to you, but that's essentially all you're going to do. If we use the box method, and actually we'll do question 5 and 6, and I'll let you to finish on your own here if you'd like. I attached the answers as well. You can take a look. So for number 4, we'll do not box method. So we're just going to rainbow through, okay? So 3x times 3x squared is 9x cubed. Okay, 3x times 8x is plus 24x squared. And then 3x times 4 is plus 12x. All right, switching colors here to red. Now I take the next number and I distribute that through. So 1 times 3x squared is just plus 3x squared. 1 times 8x is plus 8x. And then 1 times 4 is 4. And then I just combine like terms. So I got these two. This is the only x cubed, so that's the only thing that there is. That's just going to drop down. I have 2 x squareds. I add those together and we get 27x squared. So we add the coefficients and keep the coefficient the same. There's only one x here, so that's plus 8x. And there's 2 numbers, so the constants I add together, and I get 16. And that's going to be the answer here. If we're doing question 5 with the box method, okay, now I'm going to draw a 2 by 3 box, okay? So 2 rows, so 3x goes in the first one, 1 in the second, and then the columns get 2x squared, positive 9x, okay, and positive 6. And then I'm just going to multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6. This becomes x cubed. 3x times 9x is 27x squared. 3 times 6 is 18. And then 1 times all the numbers on top, those are just going to stay the same. So 2x squared, 9x, and 6. And then I just combine like terms. And the nice part is like terms are just on the diagonal here. Okay, if they are like terms, I'm going to add them together. And actually this should have, waiting for it to load here. This should have an x on it because it was 3x times 6. So I can just combine like terms. So when I combine like terms, I get 6x cubed. That's the only thing with an x cubed. I have 2 and 27 with the x squared. So that's plus 29x squared. I have an 18 and a 9. So that's plus 27x. And I have that lonely 6 just chilling there. All right, and that's it for that video. So take a look at that. You can go through it. You can finish up the other ones. And we'll go from there, all right? So for homework on this one, just finish this back page and bring it back.